Greetings, people of intellect. This is my book review of How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. A side note, the reason that I'm wearing these glasses, which I normally don't wear glasses, is because these are a special pair of glasses handcrafted by my dear uncle back in my native country of Bangladesh, and he has an optical shop, and he did the only thing he could do for me. He tested my eyes and saw that I kind of needed glasses, so he gifted these to me, and it's been a year and a half, and I just had them in my drawers, and I feel like his hard work has gone in vain. He literally made these right in front of me, and he's a very dear person. He does a lot for us when we go back to the country, and out of sheer respect for him, I wanted to wear these glasses, which I like, but I never needed to. So that being aside, this is my first book review. And the reason that it's my first book review is because this is a book that, the lessons in this book are so vividly, it so vividly resonates with the mistakes of my past. And the equation that I like to represent how valuable this book is to me is the losses of some very dear friends and special people in my life, plus the lessons in this book equals relatability and transformation. What I mean to say by that is that the lessons in this book, everything that you shouldn't have done, I now have an experience in the past that I can go back to and say, oh, that's where I made my mistakes. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. Or this is how I should have brought it up. And so it's a very painful way of learning. It's like sprinkling salt on wounds, but it is definitely getting the point across to me. I've listened to this book over 10 times, and I'll continue to review it as I progress into other books. But three main takeaways from this book. First is that you should never, never, never criticize people. It only diminishes the other person, and it makes them more resentful. You should, and also you should never argue. Dale Carnegie says that you should avoid arguments the way you avoid rattlesnakes and tornadoes. So I think that gets the point across. Second takeaway is that talk in terms of the other person's interests. Meaning, when you say to the other person that you should do this and this because, what proceeds after the because should be a reason that's beneficial to that individual, not you, not a bigger ideology, but that individual. So make sure that they have an invested interest in what you're asking them to do. Make them want to do that. Give them a reason for them to have an interest in doing it. The third thing, or third takeaway, is make people feel important. That you can do this by sheer gratitude, praise, compliments. Just make them feel important. And there's a lot of other tad bits of lessons. For example, one simple trick that I learned that I think goes a long way is replace the word but with and. For example, when you give a compliment, an example that they use in the book is when you tell a child you did great in reading and writing, but if you work harder on your math skills, next year you could have all A's. Instead of using but, you could say you did good in reading and writing, and if you continue to work this hard, next semester you'll have your math scores up there with the rest. So I think that is a really neat, small adjustment, but it makes a tremendous difference. This book, I cannot tell you how much it means to me, and how painful it is to me going through it, and like reliving those moments when I've made people cry. I've just been a very, very I would say harsh individual. Not intentionally, just like getting into the moment. This book it's teaching me to be more conscious of my discussions, conscious of the way, now I get excited to meet people because I can apply these principles, and I can lead them through positive reinforcements in the direction that is congenial to both. So it's a book that I recommend not just for people who are in entrepreneurship or people that are in sales, but people. Just if you interact with people, this is a book that you should really, really invest in.